was runner-up in the Yonex Sunrise in Hong Kong. But I tell you, he is one exciting player. So, Steen Pedersen and Thomas Struer at the coaching bench for Joachim Persson, and it's Li Mao for Lee Chong Wei. Here's the start. Left-handed Persson, right-handed Lee Chong Wei. He is really geared up and on edge. Kevin Hans with me.
We are looking for a very exciting singles game today. Lee Chong Wei, obviously #1 in the world, and you just saw he displayed a fine cross-court shot by him. But Joachim Persson is coming up #3 singles for Denmark, and a very young, eager player.
A little bit too much. He's got to look at that drift. It's behind his back, Lee Chong Wei. But he really moves very economically, does Persson. He's got some big strides. He's a very tall player, very rangy. And I must say, big hit as well, but great defense. That's good. And there's some nice control play by both players, but Lee Chong Wei picks it at 291, that smash. And there you can see confirmation of that. Some wonderful technology here in Madrid. And there, that backhand serve by Lee Chong Wei. Well, eventually it was pressure that won that one. And it's 2-3, 241K. That one. It's really a question of tremendous style, and these players who are at this level, they move so economically. They don't have to chase everywhere. They can understand what it needs to get to the shuttle, isn't it?
Absolutely, especially Lee Chong Wei, and who really covers court very well, and his style is really from the defense and then move up to the front, trying to switch his defense to attack. That's what we're going to watch him doing it all day today.
The error there caused Persson, but now a big hit, that left-hand smash. There comes out at 241, but that's good. It's nice to see a different styles. Normally Lee Chong Wei would get those kind of backhands, but it was out of his reach. We're back live. And it was long, so it's now leveled up. 297. Again, our overhead. Looked to be very close to the line. I don't know that last shot, but anyway, this one was given up, so it'll be 5-4 to Lee Chong Wei. That was the worst shot I've seen Chong Wei play, and I've watched him a lot. I've watched him a lot this year. I've had the chance of being at many of the events, and I tell you, wow, terrible.
That was just way too high.
Wow.
He knew it.
Yeah. I think he was going to leave it, wasn't he? I think that's the deal.
Yeah, it was a little bit of an indecision.
Well, he gets a bit of luck there.
6-5.
So he picks it up. Now, I don't know whether you remember, but the Malaysian Open that Chong Wei won was quite extraordinary. I don't think I've ever in the history of the game seen or heard of quite such a comeback. He was playing Lindan, so he was at that stage, he was #2 in the world, was Lee, playing Lindan, the #1, and he was 20 points to 12 with the new scoring system, 20 points to 12 down in the third and rubber game. And he came through to win it, 24-22. It was most unbelievable. I mean, it was a great privilege to be commentating on it, and I tell you, it was the most exciting thing I think I've ever seen anywhere. It was brilliant. So, he's just, to my way of thinking, he's just got everything, including now, of course, 1 over Lindan.
1 over Lindan, and he never gives up, does he?
No way. Oh, bad judgment. Again, he's lost a few on the out of the line down at this end. That's the nearest the camera. Not this camera, but the overview camera. And now it's definitely that drift that held up that shuttle. No doubt. He's got to get used to that, and quick. Well, that's interesting. I don't know whether you noticed that, Kevin, but Persson was asking for a let there because the shuttle came from an adjacent side. It didn't come right onto court, but it came within the green area, and he was just trying to play a little professionalism there.
Right, and he was, plea to the referee, but it was really after, it came in after he made a mistake already.
It's professional sport. It's for money. What a backhand. What a drop. How do you get that speed? It's really so difficult. He's just got the perfect body for this game. Amazing. Look at that. Oh, gorgeous to watch. That was in, and it was a big smash as well. I've only got 2:36 on the monitor here, but it felt like it was faster than that.
Yeah, it felt like it was very fast. Part of it because it's hitting from the 2/3 of the court wasn't really from all the way from the back.
True. Well, that was a lovely inside out for the left-hander. Shaped up to play it down the line and then cross-courted with the drop, and that was beautifully played. Let's have a look at it once again. Yes. Right on the line. Still close in this opening game at 9-10. And now 10-all.
10-all.
Oh my goodness, that was a terrible lead, and it means that at the halfway stage of this opening game we have Chong Wei, who was ultimately in control of most of those points, then suddenly finds himself with a very poor judgment call there at the end, and Persson takes the lead at 11-10. And wow, that's just shows some vulnerability. And Li Mao is being very demonstrative there, isn't he? He's saying, look, okay, cool, but, let's get some concentration going here. There we go, smash winners, and then Persson takes the upper hand there. At the net, it's Chong Wei who's got the best position. And then the clear winners, Persson again is up there, look at that. Unforced errors, nothing there, but it means 4-3 for the consecutives, and it's 11-10 still to Persson as we come now to play.
Service over. 11-all.
Well, after a little word from Li Mao, the coach, we'll see whether or not Chong Wei really now can start putting some more pressure on. Isn't it funny? He hasn't handled the breeze at all, has he?
Nope. And he is in control for a few points. There he is out of it for a little bit. So let's see who's gonna make the less mistakes.
Service over.
This time he does make it good. And it meant that Persson had to commit the enforced error there in order to get that point. He had a chance to play the shuttle. That's the annoying thing. Oh dear. Well, We've seen a few mistakes by Chong Wei, but that probably beats them all because he had won the point already. And then just came, let's just have a look at this, at 271. Oh dear. Got so anxious to get it down. Really too much backlift at the end of the day.
Well, it was it was good follow up to the net, but he seems like he lost a little bit of balance and tried to rush to the shadow a little bit.
It's very good for Denmark and for Joachim Persson. He's holding the number one. That style. That is real style. Every moment of that rally, Lee was opening up, waiting for the kill. It was beautifully played point. Well, I guess it's all right using your own towel for your own sweat.
Could be his lucky towel that he wants to use it everywhere.
There you go. I'm glad we're quite a few feet away from it then. Here we go at 13 all. This is the opening game and it's a really big one. The top seed and number one in the world, Lee Chong Wei of Malaysia, playing Denmark's Joachim Persson. He's at 9 in the world, or in the 9 to 16 category, but he is playing well above that. He's putting on a great show here in Madrid. Oh, what a take. Oh, outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Lee Chong Wei had lost that point at least twice, maybe 3 occasions there. Got it back how many times? Oh, delicious.
That's why he's number one in the world.
Fabulous.
The retrieving ability is just tremendous, from Lee Chong Wei.
He now takes the lead at 14-13. It's going to be another service because Persson wasn't ready. Wonderful rally. Good still. Joachim Persson keeping the pressure on. He's attack orientated, and it's serving him well at the moment at 14 all. He's just trying to keep that pressure on all the time. That was wide.
Service over. 15-14.
Well, he had a few problems, ultimately overcoming Bjorn Yopian in the round 2, did Lee. He wasn't as at home, certainly in the first game. He went to 21-18 and then it was 21-14 in the second. But he's a bit of a slow starter. He had a bye in the first round, so in round 2 he got through, and it looks like he might just edge it here at 16-14, first game. Super shot from Persson there. It was half court. It looked like he was shaping up. He could have played a real drop or a real smash. He did neither. He played it in between, and that fooled his opponent. Out of court. It's all square again in this first game at 16s. The Danish coach in front of us is getting very excited. Is that good?
Service over.
That was, no, it's out. Out, yeah.
Well, it's going to come down to wire to wire.
Well, he's picked up that 2-point gap again, Chong Wei. Mentally, he's very, very strong. He's got all the physical attributes, but mentally, when push comes to shove, he really has got a wonderful, never say die attitude. And that was wide. And Persson has got some objections here, talking to umpire Vaivod Chanarong. And he's put off by something, but to no avail. That was long, and it's now game point, 3 game points in fact, to Lee Chong Wei. In fact, no, I beg your pardon, 19. It's now, and that was long, so
Game point.
it is now game point. Getting one ahead of myself, apologies for that. 20 now to 16, so it's 4 game points.
Next double on court 3, Jonas Rasmussen, Ridder Andersen, Denmark.
And that's long, and that is game point. In fact, at 16 all, we thought we were going to get a real big finish here, but in the end, Lee Chong Wei's mental stability, I would say, and under pressure caused the points, the problems there. Persson committed a few fouls, a few errors, and put a good account of himself. Right, there they are. Leveled up at 6s. Net winners, they definitely go to the Malaysian. And Giast edging the clears. And now we have a look at the points, and Lee Chong Wei as well wins that lot. And there we go. Okay, well, extraordinary, really. You think that attacking play would be the only way through, but I mean, he's got big hits, obviously, but that's the reaction. It would be very interesting to have him under some tests to see what his reaction time was. I mean, we're talking about some amazing statistics there, I'm sure. Anyway, here we go then. Second game, it's Lee with the serve.
1 love.
Well, he misses that shot, but Giast going out of shot there. You saw that on his left knee. That's Persson's left knee. You just see it there. Okay, we'll get a close-up, I'm sure, in a while. It's a very difficult game. This rubberized matte surface is difficult to control. Kevin, tell us a little bit about all the stresses and strains that these players have to undergo. It's not just now, of course, under competition. It's the training side as well, which is even more dangerous.
Badminton players put a lot of stress on their knees, their ankle areas, because they do a lot of leaping, jumping, switching sides, and a lot of knee injuries very common in badminton matches. I mean, for badminton players, and you can see Persson probably has a knee brace, a little bit of a small, tiny one over his kneecap area. So he's probably has injured his knees before, but not serious injuries, but just precaution, to strap something down to, just, in the area, just not to let it move too much. Reduce some forces when it comes down from jumping smash.
A couple of errors at the net, and that's why it's 5-1 to Lee in this second game. Persson he put up a great and brave fight in that opening game until the last few points, but now his head's down a little bit.
Ian Nelford, Christian Robot, England, umpire Joachim Persson.
Little error there from Lee. He doesn't normally miss those.
Well, Lee's really on the better side right now. The wind's blowing against him.
You prefer that, would you?
I would love to have that side.
You see, it's all about keeping it in play, as you said. Play the percentage shots, but there's some wonderful deceptive wrist movement there by Lee particularly. Persson couldn't just keep playing the game, keep playing the point. He wanted to finish it.
He wanted to finish it.
Yeah.
And then Lee just kind of keep him move from left to right, right to left. So don't let him set. Don't let Persson set in the comfort zone.
And there's the result. It's now beginning to look like a bit of a profession there. We've got 7-2. And Lee, it's going to be very, very difficult for Persson with this present scoring system to take 5 points. Not only 5, he's got to take 7 out of the number 1 in the world. He's not going to do it. And I think Lee actually enjoyed that. He's now got a real big cushion of 6. And there's no doubt, having obviously worked out a strategy, bang, beautiful to see. It's now paying off. Oof. Now that was a call where Lee raised his head.
3-8.
We haven't seen him. We would never see him complain. He doesn't do that stuff. But his body language suggests that he wasn't happy.
Yeah. But it's part of the game, unfortunately. Sure.
Well, what can you say?
Nothing much. Nothing much.
You just step back and you just put your hands together in applause.
Right.
Unbelievable. What was all that about?
Look at that.
Extraordinary.
Out. Service over. 4-9.
Persson still keeping in relative touch. Just 5 points adrift. The court, and that was a pressure. In fact, from the moment that he played the first shuttle, it was Lee who was under the pressure, under the cosh there. That's what we saw in the first game that we haven't seen much of this second.
Oh yes. Beautiful shot by Persson. He's around the head smash, really aimed for the spot and where Lee couldn't reach it.
It's strange. He picks up a good point and then another one follows. Momentum.
Serious points have won by Persson, narrowing the gap down to only 3 points now.
Well, what do you say? Not much. It's 8-9. 7-9. Sorry.
Service over. 10-7.
Sure, it's a little bit of a relief for Lee, you know, as he's just getting another point to reach 10th point.
And that is the halfway stage of the second game then at 11-7. And I think Lee Mao will be very happy with the way he started out that second game. Here we see a little recap of that final point there. Persson is battling hard, but he must be frustrated playing against Lee's defense. It is just so difficult to find gaps. Let's have a look at the stats then. Here we go, smash winners, and then you can see it's leveled up now in this second game. But look at that, big story. Chong Wei, and again the clears without any problems there. Chong Wei 8. That was all at the beginning, basically, of the match, of the game, shall I say. So we're back in then. It's 11-7. Persson still working very hard, but little error there by Lee. Go. Beautiful setup, big hit, closed the face of the racket. Everything was coordinated there. 293 kilometers an hour. Oh, well, that was clever. Just a little kiss of the shuttle at the net by Persson was enough. He anticipated it well. Picks up a point, stays in touch at 3 points adrift at 9-12. Don't you miss the game? Playing the game, Kevin?
Well, if I don't watch it, I'm okay with it. You know? As soon as I watch these guys play, my hand's kind of itching now.
Oh, really?
10-12.
You played in the Chinese team when you were a junior?
I picked up a game when I was in China, but I was never on any teams.
Oh.
So just a local, city club player.
Service over.
So really developed my game over, in the United States.
In the States,
yeah.
Okay. And that was long. So there are lots of errors developing, creeping into this match at the moment. It's getting a bit tense. We're close up to the business end of this second game at 13-11. Persson will not be happy with that. I mean, it was a 307 kilometers an hour, but he had it covered, didn't he?
He did. It was an easy shot, very uncharacteristic mistake by a person.
Well, it happened a bit earlier in the first game, didn't it? That he took a commanding lead. $5 points for Lee to get, 10 points for Persson to get. What are the odds? Don't answer. You don't need to answer. You don't need to answer.
I wasn't going to.
17-11. And the cream is coming to the top of the, what is it, a can, a bottle these days? I don't know. It's a wonderful game, isn't it? Look at that. Deft touches, power, speed, everything.
That
it was in. Oh,
in.
Goodness, that's 18-11 then, is it? Crikey.
It was a good shot.
Oh, unbelievable. Yeah.
Trick over the net and
it was in. It was in. Now, amazing. So, really up against the wall now, this young fella. Joachim Persson is 18-11 down, and that's 19-11 down.
19-11.
Lee Chong Wei's coach is really getting quite pleased here, I'm sure. He's just showing, demonstrating that he's very, very happy with this, certainly this second game. And again, it's anticipation, it's speed at the net, and Lee Chong Wei, having been really threatened in that first game, for a lot of it, it was 16 all in that first game, and then it went out at 21-16, and it's now, having gone to 13-11, he's now taken a huge number of consecutive points. The momentum and the match point is with Lee Chong Wei. That's out, and that is it. He goes through to the quarterfinals. Lee Chong Wei has won it, and deservedly so. 21-16, 21-11, and is he not going to shake a hand?
I think the call was in.
Oh, is it?
Well, she didn't call it first, but the referee umpire asked her, and she said it was in.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, unbelievable. She had to pay better attention, I think.
Gee whiz. Well, she's right in front of us here. We better not talk too loudly. That's enough. Okay, so it wasn't 21-11, it was 21-12. Wow, well, a little bit of a controversial end, and in fact Lee Chong Wei gave a very nasty little glance over here in the direction of the the line judge, but I mean that's all forgotten now. He just did enough all the way around. There you go, 21-16, 21-12. When push comes to shove, there's no question that the number one seed and the number one in the world has done more than enough to show that that seeding is justified. Let's have a look at it then. The stats are fairly even on the smash winners. The clear winners very much in Chong Wei's favour because of the last moments of this match, of course. And it really was most consecutive points here, 4 in a row for him. In the end, it was fairly easy for the world's number one.